that you are, Phantom. Hello, one and all. We're here for the T1 Championship for Breakout Racing League. It is round number 22 of the championship. We have 3 rounds to go. Boy, what else can you say? It's Saudi Arabia tonight. 2 titles can be very well wrapped up here tonight. Very well. Could be very well wrapped up here tonight. But it feels like we'll talk about it with Katra, who's better at maths than I am. Constructors look like it's going to probably be the best opportunity tonight, since we know Bailey can be a bottle. I'm kidding, Bailey. I love you. Saudi Arabia. What else can you say about this track? I mean, as we go on board here with Bailey, there's mixed reviews all around. There's just so many mixed reviews. You love it. I mean, we'll hear from me later about how much I hate this first sector. It's just one of those tracks where anything can happen, you know? Or you can be like Lewis Hamilton and just be blind and drive into the back of a car. Shout out to you Hamilton fans out there. So, could Bailey win the title here tonight? We'll have to wait and see. It is a long way we find that out here tonight. And it could be a back-to-back Alfa Romeo Constructors winnings, because Alfa Romeo only just won in Tier 2 not too long. But joining me, of course, as always, is the legendary Hey Katra. And Katra, it is 16 minutes to go in the session. It's Saudi Arabia, and I've just been told by the weather gods, oh, it's dry.
Yes, indeed. So, no shock like it wasn't realistic, thankfully.
Well, here's the thing. Before I let you go loose, next week, by the way, folks, look out for Abu Dhabi. Be crazy here. Abu Dhabi, there's a chance of rain in this game. Not too long ago, I did a league race at Abu Dhabi, and it rained, and it was on dynamic weather. So just keep that in mind. Anyway, enough of that next week. Here tonight, it's Saudi Arabia, of course. I want to know your...
Well, Jeddah itself, it's on along the coast of the city of Jeddah, with 27 corners, 16 to the left, 11 to the right. A total of 6.2 kilometers and 3.9 miles, with 3 DRS zones and a lot of numbers. But one big one that kind of is 252 kilometer average lap speed. That is insanely quick for a street circuit. So the length and the width, say, with the speeds is not necessarily something you say in the same sentence. It's a street circuit with speeds that rival Monza. Hold up. So you kind of think how that would already work in your mind. I bet you all of you thought about it. Put walls as close as here to Monza, and you know exactly how every race will go. Don't mess up.
Yeah.
You're in a barrier. But have a DRS. That's basically what my thoughts about this track is.
Oh, DRS to DRS red here. Ho, ho, ho. You're going to be better than that, especially here in qualifying. As we'll watch Bailey here about to come to the line on the medium tyres. Visa Roscoe saying safety cars in T2. Wow. 9.06, and Hoop just goes to 26.640. Wowza.
Yeah, that's a good lap indeed. I think a lot of guys have said that one of the laps probably to be around a 26 low, maybe a 26.1, 26.2 or so. Hoop has already set a quick pace, and Cam's not too far behind, 6 milliseconds.
Here comes Ginger Horizon back in the T1 world, and he goes into P5 here at the moment. Phantom saying there's going to be a lot of one. Well, you never know, man. It could be, there could be a knot of that. You never know. Here comes Chile to the line here in the McLaren. Let's see what Chile can do. About to cross the line now, and he crosses the line and goes P2. Decent lap from the McLaren there, and he goes second as we see Alphanesis, who's about to start a lap, by the way. And don't forget, Alphanesis tonight is 3 wins in a row since he wasn't here last week, and he's won the last 2 races.
Yeah, that's something that actually a lot of the guys have been talking about in the Tier 1 Championship, saying that the race he started in, obviously being 2 races, Mexico and then Australia not too long ago, but it's still kind of an incredible feat to think about. But also another incredible is, by the way, Danny Rick has no front wing. I mean, no front wing. Oh!
Oh, he definitely has no front wing, and he's replicating how Mitchie 950 did in Tier 3 only yesterday. That's another thing around this corner right here. It's so easy to lose a front wing around here. If you just get a little bit wrong, you're in the wall. That's the thing. Parts of the corners in this circuit, just one mistake, you're right off into that wall. Alphanesis taking the absolute limits here, trying to see what he can do, if he can try to topple Hoop's time here at the moment. 26.640 for Hoop here right now. And Roscoe, if you're still in the chat, be sure to give me updates on Supercars for me, since I can't get the Channel 7 stream on my second screen. As Alphanesis now comes to the line. Only goes P2, but not too bad. Second place, not bad.
Wait a minute. I realized something. I was wrong back when I said camp off of Hoopalicious. Okay. Regardless, don't worry about that. What I've noticed, a lot of guys flipping through the field a little bit is invalidations already. One of them being Edu, Drix, Crispy, Axe, all were on flying laps. All of them validated. So in the pit lane, a lot of them went. Edu will start another flying lap to go again. But what I've noticed is you can't go offline much. I mean, there's little room for error because you're either going to invalidate or you're in a barrier somewhere. We've seen it through a couple of times. I mean, we've seen, especially through going down into 26, into 27, is if you spin on the exit of that double right, you're basically going to have to replicate an Austin Powers maneuver. It's away from a barrier there. We've had it already happen this weekend in realistic performance here. We also had some pretty hard crashes in this weekend already as well, so keep an eye on that for this race.
I can tell this now from my experience that, when Raptor didn't have the best exit there, so he'll pull off for right now. But, okay, Sting, I don't know what you say. But, it's one of those interesting circuits. The limits around here can be absolutely brutal, or sometimes can be fine. It's unusual circuit for the limits. I can tell you that right now from my experience in Tier 3 just yesterday. Watch Edu here and see what he could do with the Aston Martin here at the moment. It is Hoop on top with 10 minutes to go. I'm not even going to ask the question of who we think is going to take pole position, because I think at the moment it's quite clear. We'll have to wait and see. As the Aston Martin now driver, let's see what he does to the line, and he goes P6 in the Aston.
Yeah, so far, everyone who's set a time, especially in the top 10, have mostly gone for the soft compound tire, barring, the 5 that are Bailey, Mumu, Fern, Sanchez. But what I've seen and what a couple of drivers already so far this weekend is that this alternate strategy, on paper, it's really good. By the way, there's an Aston Martin just parked off the side. I believe that is Danny Rick. Yes, it is, letting everyone through. A lot of traffic. But the alternate strategy, the medium to soft, is basically a glorified one-stop. It's so easy tire wear-wise.
Oh, yeah.
And it's not even a question about, should we even use the hards? No, easy. But what I've noticed is from these guys, they said that if you're spread out, if the tracks and the field spread is so wide, an alternate strategy can work. But it's Tier 1. That doesn't work like that here. So it's most likely going to be a one-stop from soft to hard, or soft to medium, I should rather say. So it's quite an easy qualifying strategy to think of. And with it being dry, I'm suggesting all 15 of these drivers to be on softs tonight.
Yes, they will be. You may see some sneaking ones at the back go on mediums, but yeah, it's softs all around the board around here. It's absolutely that, as Chandler has made it. Okay. Is Bailey now? Let's see what Bailey can do here in the Alfa Romeo. It's going to be very important for Bailey to get a good qualifying position here tonight if Bailey wants to either take the championship or keep the championship fight. Really a good chance to have in Abu Dhabi, as Bailey goes P4 in the Alfa Romeo. Hoops invalidated his second lap, and that's pretty much a story, as you said. Invalidations are very easy around here.
Yeah, it's also really easy to, not really have the best of luck when it comes to traffic-wise. It's a circuit that really, if you want to have a slipstream where it's over from someone, you can have it. It'd be very, very, very beneficial for you because a lot of straights here, but these corners are so downforce dependent. I mean, more than usual. You would think, okay, it's a fast and quick circuit. You're not going to see many corners that really depend on and rely on downforce. Be wrong. All these corners, especially for the first sector, it's basically you need as much downforce as you have. That's why these drivers are mostly gone with the wing setups you would think would be equivalent to tracks maybe like Hungary, or maybe even like, in a sense, you would think Singapore. But you would notice the difference is we're going a lot faster here compared to Singapore. That's just the amount of downforce they need, and it's going to be so lackluster compared to what it would be in the race because of that dirty air.
That's right. And it's just unique. Just unique around here. As we'll see Mumu now in the AlphaTauri. He had a chance to win in Brazil, but just didn't have enough in the end to get that race victory. Mumu's still looking to get that first win here. It would be an incredible win if it can happen. We still have 3 rounds to go in the championship, of course, here in Saudi Arabia, and then we've got Abu Dhabi, and then Imola, the final round. Here comes the AlphaTauri now round the final corner, and let's see what he can do to the line. He's got his teammate up ahead of him. It's going to make a difference to the line, and he goes P5. Not too bad for the AlphaTauri there. As we go through the field, Chile, by the way, has gone P2, and look how close he is to Hoop's time.
Very close indeed, and that's going to be something that these guys will work out for, especially because if Chandler has the chance to qualify, obviously he's not going to be in the Mercedes because, well, his seat's been occupied by Sanchez. But a lot of these, like I said, are eyeing these low 26s, and so far, really, Hoopalicious is kind of closer to a lot of these guys have really gotten it. There's only been 2 drivers in those 26s, so that's going to be a lot of times that people are going to go for. But the more prominent question is not necessarily the time. As dumb as this sounds, it's what I've noticed here is that you have to stay with DRS, and you may most likely sometimes don't want to be the lead car.
Oh, Cam. Oh, sorry. Cam having a bit of a spin. Continue on.
He's not having a good time already. But these guys towards third 40 in a better shot here. But into turn 1 and 2, you would think, okay, well, that's a really good opportunity to go for a move. It's either, for me, what I've seen from a lot of races so far is you don't always want to be first. I mean, in fact, Heatwave didn't actually start in the top 5. So it's possible.
Shout out, by the way.
Finally got it done. But it's not, it could be, it's really up for grabs here because it's the first time we've actually gone to Saudi Arabia in the Breakout Racing League Tier 1 championship. The first time, period, because it's been on the calendar for 1 season, but we don't talk about that. But it's a flip of a coin. It could either be a race that if you get pole, you pretty much win the race, or it could be a race where who knows where you could start and win the race.
Well, that's right. We saw that last week with the chaos of Brazil, and it's just, I think, can go down really. We're on board there with third, and coming out of that first sector had a bit of went off track a little bit, and it didn't give him a warning, which again I proved my point. The limits around here are a bit questionable, but you can't expect that with a new track. Alphanesis, he's invalidated his lap time, so 4 minutes to go, and I think we're going to have the cooling off period. Cam retires. He, I think, won't mind starting from where he will be starting tonight. But it's Hoop on top, 26.640 Chile, Alphanesis, Raptor, and Crispy. That's your top 5 so far.
Yeah, what I've noticed is a lot of these guys that they really have to make it through the middle sector if they want to have a chance to get in this lap valid. But I've seen a lot of guys, and Drix, they've not been able to get many laps valid, and that's going to be something to look out for the race. Penalties-wise is going to be crucial because, I mean, we talked about this DRS train. We've seen it so many times. We've seen it through different tracks, even tracks you would think, well, you wouldn't have a DRS effect as much as you would have at Monza. No, it's still there. So with it being a huge characteristic of this championship already this season, a penalty could drop you from first down to 14th, and you wouldn't be able to bat an eye about it. So this invalidation, so it's not only going to be crucial here, the drivers may be, especially Axe and Drix, they may be a little bit more worried about that coming race time. That could be something to look out for.
Could very well be a story to look out for in this race. We'll have to wait and see. I mean, it's unusual that, I mean, I don't know Tier 2, but the penalties haven't really throughout the tier been a huge factor, but they have been there. Not a huge factor like next week will be. It's just one of those places. We'll have to wait and see how it goes down here tonight. And who is actually going to be on the first one to cross the line here? It's actually going to be Hoop with 2 minutes and 30 to go. So Hoop's going to be the first one to get a lap time around this circuit. And yes, I agree with Phantom in the chat. So while we wait for Hoop to begin his lap here, this is how the points are tonight. 56 points between Bailey and Hoop. It's a really the way I want to put it is, if Bailey wants to be in championship winning tonight, really be ahead of Hoop. It's probably the main right. But if they are a bit in the middle of the pack here at some point in this race, that's when we'll get the calculators out. Chandler 62 points. Yeah, Chandler 62 points behind in third. So, and also, by the way, Raptor is also 71 points. He's only 9 points behind Chandler. So it's still quite a battle for second in the title, and also Mumu in fifth. So it's still a hell of a battle between second and fifth in the championship, to keep that in mind. Now, then the constructors, as Hoop is absolutely going for it here on this lap.
I think he
it's 107 points. Yeah, I think he did.
He did it again.
Oh, and he's done it again. And he's going past Endu here. And real quick, the constructors, 107 points between Alfa Romeo and Red Bull. Again, Bull really, I think it could be Alpha's night, but we'll have to wait and see. We don't want to jinx it as yet. Here is Hoopalicious. Let's see what Hoop can do. Can Hoop improve on his time? Improve on that pole position? We'll have to wait and see. 38 seconds to go in the session. Will he try to go again? We'll have to wait and see. The Red Bull to the line. He crosses the line and he does improve just a tad bit. Chili has invalidated his. Alphanesis begins his lap. Raptors invalidated his lap time. Crispy's invalidated his lap time. But here comes Mumu to the line. Can Mumu improve on his time? Move up the grid. He does. P5 for Mumu here at the moment. Sanchez is validated. Bailey has not invalidated. So let's see what the championship leader can do. Almost a second behind Hoop's pole lap here at the moment. So Bailey needs to find something. It's got the Mercedes up ahead. Will this help a little bit out here for the Alfa Romeo to the line? It's only P8. As we now go through the field, here comes Driggs, who's invalidated as well. So a lot of validations in these final laps here at the moment. Sanchez is done with his last. He's invalidated. I don't think Muma's going to go again. Alphanese is invalidated as well. And I think that's it.
Burns on a flying lap. Axe crashed out. Chandler was so close to the line. He missed it by a second.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I said to Aston Martin, wheel on the side there. It must have been, could have been Axe's car. As we, Aston Martin, can he move his way up through the field here at the moment? Cam down in P10. I don't think he'll be happy with that. He would have wanted to start outside the top 10. As now we see the Aston Martin now to the line. Let's see where he can move up. Crosses the line now, and it's a P11.
Fern is 9/10 up in the middle sector.
We go to Fern. There he is. Fern now to the line. What will this be? He'll move up positions here. He goes P10.
Wow. So
it's Hoop on pole. Unless Mumu's done. It's Hoop on pole. 26.523. He hasn't done it easily, but he's got the job done either way.
That indeed, and that's going to be something he needs, especially for this championship. He's on pole, and as it stands, would gain 25 points. Bailey's in 8th, would gain 4. He's in contention.
Bailey down in 8th. Wow. I said it last week, one race where just Bailey can lose about 20 points could change absolutely everything. Especially with what the drama can be like in Abu Dhabi. Man, oh man. So, it's Hoop, Chili, Alphanesis, Raptor in the top 5, and Mumu P5. It is a fascinating grid. Hoop's the man to beat. But there's still some contenders behind looking to fight for it here tonight in Saudi Arabia. The unknown of this circuit of what can happen. As we'll just wait for Mumu to retire in the pit lane. Man. Bailey P8, Hoot P1, Chandler Sundown P15. Chandler's going to be trying to come through the field, do some masterclass passing if he can. We'll have to wait and see. So there we go. Pole for Hoop. What an important pole position that's going to be after winning last week at the Brazilian Grand Prix. It's Hoop on top, Chile second, Alphanesis third, Raptor fourth, and Mumu in P5, Crispy P6, Denny Rick P7, Bailey P8, Sanchez P9, and third rounds up the top 10 here in Tier 1.
Yeah. Now it's time for the race. Dry one. Who gets wet?
It is absolutely right. We can tell you that right now, folks. We don't even need to ask any of the drivers dry or wet because we know it's going to be dry. But I can't even get the chat up at the moment because my PC's running silly. Okay. Who is going to take this race? I'm just going to say this right now. Catru predicts Hoopalicious, so there we go. I'm not even going to ask Catru this week. It's going to be a close one, though. You can never count out Alphanesis as well in P3, and that's why I'm going Alphanesis for this race. But it's a long story. Anything can happen. It's Saudi Arabia, the unknown of a new track. Safety cars could be a drama. Penalties could be a drama. It could turn into absolute wildness. You just don't know.
Yeah, and I find it kind of funny that you basically can already infer who my pick is. I mean, hey, if it hasn't failed me yet, don't jump off the train, you know.
Yep, that's right. Don't jump off the train. As I get very frustrated with my computer here at the moment, I will not worry about that for now. Here is the outside of the top 10. Can't stand the medium tyres. Axe, Chandler, and Driggs medium tyres, all on for those guys here at the moment. So, oh boy, we have 25 laps. It is going to be a fascinating start. It's always a fascinating start around here. We've seen it in real life, the 3 or 4 times that it restarted. I can't remember. It's going to be interesting. See how it goes off the line as the drivers now start to ready up here in this one. Reminder of the championship once again. 56 points between Bailey and Hoop. Chandler P3, Raptor P4, Mumu P5. And then it's a great battle between, for 6th in the championship, Axe, Ferrari Nut, Cam, Sinav, Menenko, who is no longer a part of it. I still don't know why he's not still in the points. Crispy, Louis, Boss Cookie, Dihan, Ryan, Alphanesis, Edu, and we've got Feta, Suhan, and Port. That's your top 20 in the championship here for Tier 1. And of course, don't forget the teams. 107 points. The points that Alpha would need to win the title is 89, correct? Or am I completely wrong?
80. I mean, yeah, actually, you would be right. 89 because Red Bull have more wins.
Yeah.
Or no,
Yeah.
87. Sorry.
Oh yeah, because yeah. So 80. That doesn't matter anyway. We'll figure it out.
Okay, wait. Let me clarify. Red Bull needs 88 to continue.
Okay,
89
let's.
to lose.
I'm just going to say this right now. I feel like this is going to be a Tier 2 situation for Brazil where we just say, wait a minute, for like 10 minutes.
Hey, wait a minute.
We go, wait a minute, this is the point. So wait a minute. Oh, dear. That's
Leave
what...
me alone. That's right, okay.
Hey. If anyone saw that Tier 3 finale last season, it was just me and FinFed just talking the points of the championship for like half an hour, trying to figure out who's...
Steelers had a tough day.
Yes, we all remember that story of that one. Never mind me reminiscing about that championship. We're about to get underway here for T1 on what could maybe be a championship deciding night. We'll have to wait and see. Most likely for the constructors, but you never know. It's Hoop, the one on top here at the moment. He would want to get a dream start like he always loves. If he can get that dream start, pull away at the front, control the race. We saw it in Brazil. He just works magnificently for it. 25 laps in what is sure to be one hell of a Grand Prix. Hoop, Chile, Alphanesis, Raptor, and Moo. And then we've got some big contenders at the back. We've got Chandler at the back. We've got Bailey. And never count on Cam to show a show here tonight. It's 25 laps, the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. It is 3 rounds to go in the championship. As I just quickly try to reset my PC for that to get the chat up. It is 25 laps. Drinks lines up in P16. 3 rounds to go. A championship is in waiting. But could things get shaken up here tonight in Saudi Arabia? 25 laps as the lights go crazy. We're racing. And Hoop has gone a magnificent start already. Chile tries to pull him behind. He doesn't want Alphanesis to try to pass him behind. Moo up in a P4. Raptor fights it well. There's contact. Wait, Hoop's around. What's happened?
Hoop was tapped around.
I saw a car. What has happened there? Hoop is around, and Alphanesis now takes the lead, but Chile defines him. Oh, was it very close between those two? Here comes Moo as well. Crispy in the fight as well as him and Danny Rick go side by side. They're close here at the moment. One of the Mercedes go a little bit wide in Sanchez, but Alphanesis leads, and Hoop is all the way down in 13th.
They're not done yet. Danny Rick, Fern, Crispy all battling down into 13. Crispy around the outside of Fern. Fern tries to keep it there. Danny Rick's not too far behind. They almost touched. Everything's kicking off. And Bailey had a decent start, but now it's a complete role reversal. Bailey's now in a great position to win the championship.
But Bailey didn't get the great start though. Bailey down P9, but as you said, in the waiting to win the title. But this is what Bailey would want. Hoop to be down the field. Build the frustration as now Moo now in the fight. To try to look for a move here on Chile. This is unbelievable. I apologise for missing that. Saw a Red Bull car going down the field and I didn't realise it was Hoop. It's unbelievable. Bailey, it's me being blind and your best of. As now Danny Rick and Fern going at it here for P6 in this race. And Alphanesis is the race leader. And after all that, lap 1, this race is... this race is red hot.
Yeah, Hoop's gotten 2 drivers in 2 corners, and actually Junior Horizon has a little bit more pressure from Drix. But Hoop is absolutely on a charge. Chandler's in the pit lane. His championship charge may very well have been concluded tonight with that stop right there. But still a long way to go, and the DRS has not even been enabled yet. That comes next lap.
And this is where I wish we had iRacing right now because we could show you the replay immediately, but Codemasters don't have that. Here is Crispy in P5. Look out for Crispy in this race. Crispy can always be on the pace as Hoop now. It's just slowly moving up. The thing about this now for Hoop is that this looks like up ahead a massive trade about to start. Drivers, you can just feel it starting, feeling about to close in together with everybody here at the moment. But wow, what a fascinating way to start this race. Alphanesis, your race leader, as we go through the field here right now. We got Sanchez with Fern. Fern is right with Danny Rick. Bailey trying to stick with that pack behind, especially when he can see Hoop is closing in on him.
Yeah, that's something that Bailey's going to be kind of frantic about a little bit because he wanted a little bit more buffer between Cam, Junior Horizon, and Drix. Well, those 3 cars went about as quickly as Hoop is going right now. They completely didn't do the job in which Bailey intended. Alphanesis does the fastest lap, and Hoop is now almost up to Bailey. It's Hoop, he just had the fastest lap.
Yep, Hoop is just at the fastest lap, and I can see the chat again. Hello, one and all. As we go for the field here at the moment, we're going to watch Hoop here because he's very close here to possibly soon looking for a move on Bailey, but this mid-pack is so close here at the moment. Alphanesis has got a slight gap between him and Chile at the moment, But I feel like once that DRS is now here, it's going to be a story in this one. The DRS, oh my goodness me. What else can you say? Sanchez P8. He's going to see if he can try to get up with that fight with Fern and that. And Hoop there in P10. Chandler down in P16. A championship looks like it's over and done with, especially with that line by Chandler down 16. First Fern now, the first of the penalties.
Yep, and he is, and that right now would be crucial because everyone except for Ginger Horizon, Chandler and Edu are all in this central DRS train. So that penalty from Edu would actually put him down probably out of the top 10 with that one.
Great camera shot here of this circuit. That's what we love to see. As now we see Chile. Chile looks, and here we go. The battle's on. The McLaren goes past them, and that is Edu out of the race. Is that a safety car? Let's see. No, it's not, because the game's taking forever. I'm just going to stay on board here with Chandler if we can see the car. There he is. So Edu out. And there we go. It's now Bailey and Hoop battling at it. Two championship contenders going out here full position. And Hoop has to stay behind for now.
Yeah, he looked at a 27 and a 1 twice. He just thought better of it both times. And Bailey obviously had DRS of Sanchez in front of him. It kind of was a little bit of added benefit for the Alfa Romeo. Bailey right now trying to recover because that dirty air did not do him any favors in that first sector.
Well, Stig, basically the thing is that, man, it's basically just, yeah, he just basically has to stay ahead by quite a few positions. That's pretty much the story. Since 56 points, it's so close in the gap of how they have to be towards the end. Man, we'll have to wait and see. There's still a long way to go in this Grand Prix. Still a long way to go. Here comes... no one's... I thought Sanchez was possibly looking here at the moment. But the gaps have started to form slightly here at the front. Mumu's got a bit of a gap between him and Alphanesis, and then Raptor. Raptor's got a bit of pressure behind from Crispy as Ginger Horizon gets a time penalty as well. And Axe and Driggs going out at the back for 13th and 14th.
Yeah, Bailey and Hoopus are kind of playing a little bit of games. Right now, Hoopus utilizing all his battery he possibly can on Bailey. He's actually going to look for it now. He's going to go for it now. He tried to lap it go, do it again. In front of him, Fern and Sanchez are going wheel to wheel. And then turn one.
Oh, he's gone deep.
He's got her and made the move. Same with Sanchez and Fern.
Oh, and Bailey would want to get by here, and he does. So Bailey now goes to put a P9. Wow. And I think Bailey just knew that Hoop was going to go for that deep move and just decided, you know what, I'm just going to let him on by. Fern is struggling. Fern absolutely struggling with that Red Bull. And, well, there you go. Okay. Yeah. Well, that might have just possibly ended... That could have just ended the story for Red Bull to be constructors here tonight. Oh, well, stay in the constructors fight, I should say. That could have just given Alfa Romeo's Crispy. Oh, I thought Crispy just had a slight moment there. Never mind, he might have, because Danny Rick is closing in right on him here at the moment, including Alphanesis closing in on Chile as well. Let's watch the Ferrari for this lead. If he can go for the run and go for the move here on the McLaren and take the lead here on lap 5 for this Grand Prix, he will easily gets it done. It's just going to be a tit-for-tat story here at the moment with DRSing off each other.
Yeah, something we've seen all weekend long is if you have a dancing partner, if you have someone in front of you that's willing to work with you, you can just pretty much do yourself with each other. Yes, to you.
Hoop goes for the move here on the Mercedes, and he goes up to the P8 and gets the fastest lap of the race. Could that be very important for his championship? Goes up to the P7 here at the moment. My goodness me, it's now for the... No, that's just he's disconnected. By cars here at the moment, and boy, that was interesting with the Ghost of Car as Axe and Ginger Horizon are right near each other for this race. Someone's wide. It's Danny Rick.
He's gone really wide, almost lost the car. Hoop, look, wish he could have gotten it. Chandler with a time penalty now, but Hoop is just going to have a huge incentive on Danny Rick, whose tires may be a little too overheated, and Chandler is now out of the championship.
Chandler out of the championship fight. That is confirmed, but he is still... There is still a chance he could fight for P2 in the championship. He's still not out of that yet. So keep an eye in for that as we head into Abu Dhabi and Imola. Here comes Hoop. He will not get the opportunity here, but the next part of the circuit here, he will find it. And we're going to go back, actually, here to this battle for the lead once again. No, Chili's... He's a little bit further back, but does he go for it here at the moment? Hoop's going for the move for Denny Rick, and he's got it done. But here comes Chili through back into the lead. These two are just going to go off each other every possible chance they get. As Hoop now, P6.
He's on a charge right now. Our fastest cars on track is Drix and Digital Horizon swap around in 12th and 13th. But right now, what I've noticed is as those two gone back again, Albanese is back on Chili, and everyone else in front. Look at this!
My goodness me, this is hot stuff here at the moment. Entertainment galore, as these guys are going at it like cats and dogs. It's amazing here at the moment, this race with drivers here right now. And Hoop is going to try to stay out of as much as he can. Driggs now with a time penalty, and Digital Horizon goes past him for P12. But lap 7 of 25, and Alphanesis and Chili are just going at it like crazy as now Hoop is through on Crispy.
Yeah, he made that move stick. And by the way, in a span of 2 seconds, 3 drivers in the top 10 got penalties, today being Sanchez, Crispy, and his teammate Mumu. And right now, with Hoop pushed up to 5th, he is absolutely looking not behind, but in front of him now. He wants this win here.
Bailey down P9, boy, oh boy. It's being jealous if he gets 25 points on Bailey here tonight. Here is the battle for the race leaders once again. Raptors close back up here on Mumu. Mumu and Raptor were a bit further back in terms of margin, but now they've closed back up again. And here comes Chili for the move once again. Here comes Hoop. Here comes Hoop. He sends it on Raptor, and he's up at a P4. Hoop is just coming through the field like absolutely amazingly here right now. Mumu's closing up here on Alphanesis as well. So here comes Alphanesis on Chili, and they're battling out again. Side by side, these two will go. This is great respectful racing here between these two right now. Mumu will want to have a piece of the pie as well, and so will the Red Bull behind here right now. Few cars pitted, by the way, Crispy and Danny Rick.
So right now, what those two are doing is trying to do the undercut when pitting a lot earlier than these guys around them onto the mediums. They can go to the, probably say they can go about 20 to 25 laps, so that can possibly help them out in this race, trying to get ahead of these guys who are stuck in this DRS train. Well, for these guys that are on the soft laps, do you think, well, maybe we should get on that charge now, or do you wait a little bit?
Thank you, Roscoe, in the chat. It's lap 8 of 25 here in this Grand Prix. The margin's bridged out again slightly between Mumu and Alphanesis. Hoop, I think, is going to be hungry for this move here on the AlphaTauri in a matter of moments' time. Lap 8, and we're closing in soon here on the possibility of a pit stop. And yeah, Hoop's 21%, 70 for Mumu, and these two at the front are just having a picnic. Here comes Hoop, though, for P3. He's going to look for it, and you can see up ahead the battle for the lead is raging on once again as Ginger Horizon gets another time penalty. And Alpha lead again for the 500th time.
Oh!
Oh!
Almost lost the car. Hoop is going to get advantage of this.
And Hoop is through, and then is Sanchez coming into the pits behind. And Hoop now could, in a matter of seconds, back after losing it, turn 1. Wow, as Chili now's gone down to P3, this is unbelievable. Bailey into the pits as well. That could be smart for Bailey. After I see Chili's gone off. Chili's struggling. Chili's in the wall.
Right now, that an absolute, just not what exactly Chili needed in this race. He may have damage a bit. And, well, we said how, especially back in qualifying, I said that the downforce, especially this first sector, is absolutely crucial. Even the slightest bit of damage. That's pretty much his race. He needs to go to the pit lane.
And I think this is a golden gift for Hoop, because right now it's not... Remember that train, everybody? It's breaking apart. I mean, there's a few drivers that have come into the lane, but it's pretty much breaking apart here at the front. It's not as close as it was a few laps ago. Hoop, in a matter of moments, is going to take this race lead. If he gets the opportunity. Here they are. Hoop now. And look at Alphanesis, 92% on his ERS. And here comes Hoop now, who will take the lead and most likely save up that ERS. And here comes Hoop, takes the race lead on lap 9 of 25.
That is honestly
wow.
a incredible to see, though, by the way. In about 12th or 13th position is what happened to him after the start of the race, and he's already in the lead of the race again.
Moo Raptor in the lane. As Alpha Nice is actually taking the lead back. Apologies for missing that. Chile gets a speeding penalty and retires in the pit lane. That pretty much wraps up Chile's day, really.
Yeah, it's, well, unfortunate for the McLaren there, but, I mean, still a long way to go. And retiring the pit lane, not necessarily ideal. But that now means, with, 13 drivers left on the track, more people have the opportunity of a points finish cam as a 3-second time penalty. And look at the amount of penalties, a lot of them from 3rd to 7th.
Yeah, a lot of them 3rd to 7th here at the moment. There's the penalties for you on your screen. Drink penalty. So, wow. The question is here, I'm going to find fascinating, is what happens with these front two? Who's going to come in first? Stephanie's going to go and Hoop will most likely join him, or is Hoop just going to pit no matter what this lap? We'll have to wait and see what goes down. As we see Driggs and Fern go at it. Driggs now, well, Fern's not even in the lobby, never mind. Dumb moment. As we see Hoop now, DRS, using that ERS to go for the move here on Alpha Nice's gets it done. So Hoop now goes back into the race lead. As we'll wait and see what this at the moment. That's Driggs out. Is this going to be a safety car in a virtual safety car?
Well, that brings in Alpha Nice and Hoop.
Never mind.
Now it's the safety car.
Alright, Cam stays out as Alpha Nice and Hoop both in the lane. Wow.
If I was these members, I'd box in.
Yeah, I think Cam's made it.
Whoa.
Oh. He's hit the safety. Has he hit? No, he hasn't. Okay, it just looked very weird.
He passed the safety car, apparently.
Okay. Well, that's interesting. And thank you, Mr. Roscoe, for the updates. I'm hearing in my house right now, there's a lot of things going on in the Supercars race, but there's a lot of things going on here right now in Tier 1. Cam is out, disqualified. I wait to hear what Cam has to say. I'm sure he will let us know in the chat when he comes into what happened. Wow, Axe now soft tyres, Ginger Horizon soft tyres, and so does Sanchez, and all of a sudden we only have 11 drivers left in the race.
It's kind of scary how few drivers are left in this race after what happened a couple laps ago. I swear a couple laps ago it was only 15 left in this race with 1 out, and now here we are with 5 out.
It's crazy, isn't it? Oh my god. And there you go, Neymar. There you go. I don't blame you. I won't repeat what he said on stream, but I don't blame him.
Well, one thing I've noticed, by the way, is guys like Axe, Ginger Horizon, and Sanchez may actually be in the best position out of any driver. Sure, they have penalties, but if you tune in to Tier 2 a week ago, this is exactly where the Ryan Hurricane and Heatwave came through. This area right here, both in the softs. The softs can make it from here, and they are quicker than the mediums by half a second to a second per lap.
Yep. And I can tell you this right now, the softs around here, God, it feels like they can go for like 50 laps. It's unbelievable how long these tyres can go for around here. Look out for Axe. Their penalties are going to be the story for them, but you're going to watch out for how they go this race. Raptor in. And I'll tell you this right now, I'm not surprised. Raptor doing the alternate here. Raptor's one of those guys who will do that. And he comes into the lane, I'm sure will be for soft tyres. I'd be stunned if it was for another fresh set of mediums. No, it's softs. So
that kind of reinforces what I was saying. But now makes me ring the question of why did these guys stay out to begin with, or Raptor more specifically, if they were going to do that anyway. Maybe it was late set call, so maybe it's something that they just thought of, but it definitely could be something to watch out for, because these softs can go long, especially with this. Now the safety car have to stay out at least an additional lap, because maybe it would have, it would have gone to stay out an additional lap anyway, but now Raptor takes advantage of this. He'll start from a little bit worse in track position-wise, but he has the softs that theoretically could make or break this race. Look out for these guys. This could be a really crucial move by Raptor or Axe or Horizon or Sanchez The
Oh,
main thing that will hold it back
absolutely.
is the penalties.
Oh, absolutely. The penalties are going to be the damning part for them. But what else can you say? Wow. And saying he passed it before it was out the pit as well. Oh, okay. Well,
Wow.
that's a bit heartbreaking there, that is. And I've got my supercars ready on. Fantastic. Anyway, lap 12 of 25 here in this one. And we should be in a matter... What is happening up here? Raptor and Sanchez, it's the good old... No, let me come through. No, you come through. No, you come through moment here. That this game just, for some reason, doesn't want to fix.
Fun fact, by the way.
Yes.
As if the results were to stand as they are right now, Red Bull would gain 18 points on Alfa Romeo. If Raptor loses, actually no, correction, they now will lose or gain 16 because Raptor went from 11th to 9th. But if Raptor goes down to 11th again and Bailey loses one position, they're in this championship fight a week from now.
Yep. And I said it before, I say it again, Abu Dhabi is going to be... if we have a full grid for Abu Dhabi, look out everybody. But here comes Hoop to get us back underway. Restart here in this... And it's all seen to the back here at the moment. Moo and Crispy, the two AlphaTauris going in here at the moment. Oh, there's a bit of contact there at the moment. Did he wreck this contact? Oh, it's reminiscent of real life as their three cars go wide here at the moment. Accent, Ginger Horizon. Here comes Ginger Horizon now up in a P5. Bailey's up in a P4. Chaos here at the moment.
Well, you know what I said? Oh, no!
That's big. Wow. That's huge.
Huge.
That's huge in this one. And I think Bailey just recorded it as well, so I don't know. As Ginger Horizon now is closing up here on this. Ginger Horizon's penalties is going to be the factor for him as he takes a very interesting line back there. Here comes Sanchez now. The two Mercedes could go at it here at the moment as well in this race. But Hoop right now is your race leader. It's got a comfortable lead. But this battle pack here in the mid-pack right now is absolutely hot.
And by the way, look at these four. These
Here comes
runners.
Axe! Oh, so close to the back of Ginger Horizon. Bailey's a sitting duck here at the moment because these soft runners are just going to breeze on by. I think unless something insane happens, I can tell this right now, we're going to Abu Dhabi in this championship as we're going to go 3 wide. We're going to go 4 wide! No, we're not. Hold my breath for a second. As it's Ginger Horizon's now through to P4 and I lose my mind. Bailey in positions left, right and centre, and Raptor, he's going to let Raptor through because Raptor doesn't have a penalty and Raptor could be the factor to give Alfa Romeo the constructors here tonight.
Very well so, and right now, I mean, you would think a team game is definitely going to be played, because, I mean, sure, Bailey could win the championship drivers-wise for the WDC here, but think about it here. Bailey needs to come and finish ahead of Hoopalicious right now. That's basically what he has to do, or finish within 4 points of Hoop, and that's not happening. 1st to 8, that's a pretty big margin, but right now what they can do is maximize the amount of points they have for Alfa Romeo to at least clinch that championship here tonight, which they're doing so far right now.
Yep, they will do that, absolutely. My goodness me, this race. Alphanesis, by the way, is sticking with Hoop, so he's not out of the question just yet. So we'll keep an eye on that fight for P1 in this race. It could become a story later on. Here comes Sanchez, closing in here on Ginger Horizon here for position behind. Axe and Raptor are going at it here as well as Sanchez now is through into P4 and Raptor's going to try and see if he can find a way past here of Axe because Raptor could be a very good chance for a podium here tonight. Alphanesis gets the fast lap of the race. Sanchez gets it though. Boy, don't go anywhere. These last 10 laps could be very interesting.
Very interesting indeed. And right now with these guys, especially these soft tire runners in this train, is, I mean, they're kind of pulling Bailey along too, by the way. But these guys need to go and close up to Crispy and Alphanesis and Hoop because they have the freshest tire right now. They're going to theoretically be a lot quicker than these guys and they want to take advantage of that, which right now, by the way, Sanchez is closing in a ton, but Ginger Horizon and Axe both almost have lost the DRS of each other.
Quick ton in the chat, I apologise for that, but any commentator would have done that with that moment. Here comes Raptor. Raptor will want to get past here because Axe is losing time to Ginger Horizon. He's losing time, and Raptor would want to get as close by as he possibly can. Moo down in P11, by the way. It's just been a what-if story for him, really, in this race. Man, I mean, that's been Moo's season.
It really has, and it's a season that Moo is definitely not going to want to remember as Axe goes wide again in the double run. But Moo's had a lot of opportunities, and he's trying for it. By the way, Raptor goes to the move. He's going to breeze past with that DRS, which actually may entice Bailey in a couple seconds' time, too. But with Moo's, he's had so many opportunities, and it's just never really gone his way from his fault, or if it was something he was collected in, and this race has kind of gone in that category again.
Sanchez out with a fast up race, and he's through on Crispy. Now that makes the race a bit more interesting. Now Sanchez has got clean air to the front too. Alphanesis right now. These two are on the same ERS, basically. So they're pretty much using the same amount of each other. They're buying their time. They may know what could be coming up behind them soon. Oh man, this is fascinating. I said Denny Rick with a 29.129 all the way down in P10. But yes, that is... Yeah, that could be beat. Also, as well, as they're talking in the chat right now, Bailey's penalty could be a story for Stewart, so keep that in mind later in this race. Well, after the race, actually, as Crispy now gets another time penalty. We're going to keep it on the penalties for you all right now, because that could be a story to look out for later in this race. In the go.
Some information on Crispy, by the way, on that penalty here. He actually hit that apex wall, and because of that, it kind of hit him wide a bit. So he may either have a slight bit of damage. If not, he's going to have a little bit of a confidence break, I guess you could say.
Here comes Ginger Horizon. Close to the back of the moment. Raptor sitting there, waiting for his moment. Alphanesis. With this, look what Alphanesis is doing right now. I don't think Alphanesis is interested in going for a move at the moment, as Horizon is now through on Crispy, and Raptor should be through here very shortly. The penalties right now ahead for Raptor. Raptor does not have a penalty. Raptor could be a very good chance of getting that podium. We'll have to wait and see. As Sanchez down 1.5, he's closing in on that top two.
Yeah, it really is, and right now it's going to be crucial for him to do so, to make sure his tires are also not too hot or too warm by the time he gets there. But his battery is going to be a little bit less than these two. Hoop has the most battery out of the two, and right now he has the absolute least. So if they tactically deploy their ERS, Hoop wishes an Alphanesis to be more specific with them, especially when they're trying to go and defend from Sanchez, it's going to be very difficult for the Mercedes to get through on Alphanesis and Hoop. But it's going to be a long shot right here, because he still needs to find 1.2 seconds.
Yep, still has to find 1.2 seconds. Find that gap. That's what he needs to find. Oh, it's getting interesting, isn't it? Lap 17 of 25 here in this Grand Prix. Raptor now. I feel like it's going to be moments away for a move here on Crispy if he could just find that little bit of edge here. But Crispy's going on Ginger Horizon here at the moment. We could have another free mile moment. Oh, we could have someone in the wall. Oh, close as you want to get here at the moment in this race. My goodness me. As now, let's just hold our breath for here a second. It's free wide, ladies and gentlemen, as Raptor says, thank you very much, boys. And I'm up in the P4.
That was very close to disaster for not only for Ginger Horizon, but also Raptor, as he actually hit the back of Crispy in the middle of 27. So because of that, well, maybe does Raptor kind of have that tinge in the back of his mindset? Maybe, do I have a tad bit of damage? But by the looks of it, I think he's okay.
Yep, he's fine. Maybe a tad, but it won't be an issue for him. My goodness me, that was very hair-raising stuff here at the moment. So, lap 18 of 25 here in this Grand Prix. It's Hoop still on top by 0.5 seconds. But these two, it's basically a carbon copy of last week, except for this time it's Alphanesis in P2, and we're in Saudi Arabia. Wow, And Sanchez down 1.2. It's staying in that gap here right now for Sanchez. He's not gaining that much, but right now he has to worry about Raptor behind, I think. That's the story for Sanchez if he wants to keep that podium. Alphanesis is slowly creeping closer. When is he going to say, all right, it's time for me to go for it? That's going to be, that's going to be the story.
It will be indeed, and right now what I've noticed so far is that you don't want to wait too long from previous races, but you also don't want to go too early, because if you go too early, you have a shot at it.
Crispy and Raptor does not challenge it. Raptor sits behind, and actually he may just use Crispy as a bit of DRS possibly. So, oh man, it's getting interesting here right now. Ginger Horizon's in there behind as well, and Bailey there closing up here on Axe. Don't forget there is a bit of still a question mark on that 5-second penalty for Bailey. As now Sanchez is under a second.
That's going to be crucial. So if he can hold it there, get within that second, he'll be actually Alphanesis and Hoopalicious and making it a 3-horse fight. But Alphanesis right now is kind of a foot, especially through that first sector. But now he's going to close up a bit through that straightaway, trying to get back in to a shot and maybe even thinking about where he wants to make this move in this race win, possibly on the cards.
Possibly. That's a yellow flag. That is a Denny Rick. Boy, that would change everything if we saw a safety car. Hoop and Alphanesis is still close with each other. And yeah, I think Raptor might just sit behind here for a bit and see if he try to gain some time. It's now Bailey's now through on Axe. As Axe is actually Axe has no front wing.
Oh wow, what has happened to the Mercedes then? I'm guessing through a couple of corners ago, because I think I exactly know what happened there. You remember the double right that we saw Cam hit the wall? He hits the wall again, by the way. These two actually going at it, Raptor and Crispy. Down the main straightaway, Raptor will get ahead of Crispy, swapping again.
Maybe what I thought's completely wrong. Raptor though doesn't want to battle them too much because he wants to stay in that 3 seconds of Sanchez. That's what he wants to do if he wants to get onto this podium. Lap 20 or 25, we have 6 to go. Still Hoop on top right now. Alphanesis there in P2. Sanchez closing in on those soft tyres. Will Sanchez become a factor in this race? We'll have to wait and see. Poor man. 6 to go. And when does Alphanesis start to push the button? Denny Rick retires in the pit lane. So that will give Mumu some points.
It will indeed. That's something that Mumu is going to take at least a little bit of light for, a little bit of a silver lining if you do say so. But right now with Alphanesis closing out a Hoop, he actually made think about this move. It's just not going to be enough for this time. But with this amount of laps left, especially for if you're in Alphanesis' position here, you got to start thinking about, if I do want to win this race, which is
he's going for it. He's going for it. He said it's go time. The move. Alphanesis takes the race lead. But I think he more just wants to start the battle. That's what he wants. It's now Crispy and Raptor go at it again. So, Crispy now... It could be also a story that Alphanesis wants Hoop to be the one behind Sanchez, but now Hoop now comes through for the lead race again. So these two are going to go at it, and at it, and at it for the next few laps. As now Horizon tried to go for a deep move, but he just couldn't get it done.
Well, I'll say it again. The story of this race could very well be, because if these two swap, they'll actually gain more time than Sanchez will. Horizon with a 3-second time penalty, by the way. So basically, the motto is, if you can find a dancing partner, start dancing. That's what Hoop and Alphanesis, I think, want to start activating now.
Yep, that's exactly right. You want a dance partner, you start dancing. Through the field here right now, with 5 to go. It's Sanchez, Raptor, Crispy, Ginger Horizon, Bailey, Axe, Fern and Mumu. As of right now, Bailey will get P6. It could be P5 at the end of after the race, depending on stewards, so keep that in mind. Axe now with a time penalty. Watch Alphanesis once again. Does Hoop use his up his ERS? No, he does not. Alphanesis doesn't use it up as much, so it's just a game of cat and mouse here at the moment between these two right now. And could he look for it here at turn 1? Let's see. Around the last corner, we'll see what Alphanesis can do. Coming up to 4 laps to go. No, he does not challenge it as of right now, but he's getting a run here at the moment. That's not going to be enough. Wow. This race is fascinating. So now 2.9 between him and Sanchez. He needs to get that margin a bit further back up if he wants the Alfa Romeo to get up onto the podium. And wouldn't that be a great story for Alfa Romeo, especially when I'm pretty sure they're pretty much almost guaranteed to take in the Constructors' title.
It'll be huge right now for them, especially with Raptor if he can grab that podium place. But what I have noticed is it's quite ironic.
Oh, well, there it is. Wow.
That's a lot easier for Supply Raptor then.
And that's a lot easier for him, and that is going to give a lot of celebrations for Alfa Romeo when they take the Constructors. Axe in the lane. It's not been a great day for Axe F1. 4 to go. The story of this race just keeps getting more interesting by the second. Alphanesis is closing. I think he might try for an opportunity here at the moment, and look out for Crispy as well. He could close in here soon on Raptor. Here comes Alphanesis for the move. He didn't even use his ERS, and he gets it done, but look out for Hoop to go for the move back here around this last corner. Look out for it as now Crispy again is through on Raptor. Here comes Hoop, and here goes Hoop for the move once again. Wow.
Yeah, well, these two, by the way, Raptor and Crispy, they'll go at it and swap again. But with these two swapping, it actually did not work as well as they're hoping, because Sanchez is now within the ERS range with 6 seconds. It's going to be hard for him to kind of keep that position. But with Raptor and Crispy still battling, it still could be on the cards here, because only 2 seconds he needs to find compared to Raptor and Crispy.
Yep, we'll see if Sanchez becomes the story here and makes this front runners turn into absolute craziness. We'll see. As of right now, is Alfa Romeo in the hot driver's seat, but there's still to go. Anything can happen. And man, oh man, the tyres at the moment, it is mediums for Hoop, Alphanesis, and then Sanchez on those softs, and Raptor on those soft tyres, and Crispy on the mediums. It is a fascinating one here at the moment. I'm keeping the penalties up because the penalties are going to be, could be a story at the end of this race. We'll have to wait and see. Here comes Alphanesis again. He's not even using his ERS once again. Sanchez has used a lot of his ERS to try to get up to these guys. As now Alphanesis through once again. Katra, I hold my breath here at the moment. This could be a story. The way things are going, it could be a battle to the line.
It can very well be, and with the aggression that these two and these three now with Sanchez could pick up, this could very well be a battle for the championship hopes is too for Hooplicious, I'd rather say. Because if one wrong move, one missed apex, or one turn-in point where it's a little bit too early, that could change the entire outcome of this race, most likely in favor for the Alfa Romeo.
So I'm trying to think at 56, and if Bailey gets taken penalty off, it would still not be enough to take the title either way if the 5 seconds goes off. So, and I'm talking about if somehow Hoop went down the P3, that's what I'm talking about there. But man, oh man, 2 to go here in this one. Yeah, Alpha's absolutely going to go for it on the last lap. Sanchez, if he sees an opportunity, he might go for it, but Sanchez might just sit and enjoy the show and hope for something to go down. That could be what Sanchez's story is here at the moment, but Sanchez could try to use these two to try to get onto that podium because it's 5 seconds to go. However, Crispy is now getting outside that DRS between him and Raptor, so tell the breath, we're coming up to the final lap. Alphanesis not going for it here at the moment. Final lap, here we go.
He doesn't want to lead. That's going to be the crucial sort. I don't think he wants to lead, and Hoopalicious knows it too. But here we go.
Oh! And he looks for the move, and he gets it done. No, they're side by side. There's contact. Alphanesis is around. Oh, no more there. And Alphanesis. Wow. And as Ginger Ryerson now retires in the pit lane. Wow. What could that do? Wow, 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 wow. That is unbelievable. Halfanesis, Hoop. Oh man, what can you say after that one? Sanchez now, they're in P2. Could be a P3 for him in this one. Man, oh man.
This is going to be tight here because right now, the stewards will take a look at that. They will possibly have to give some kind of input on it, and if it does swing in favor of Alphanesis in the Ferrari, most likely that will be a penalty to Hupalicious. Look where the gap between him and Alphanesis is right now. That may be in range. There's only half a sector to go.
I'm going to say this right now in championship terms, that is not going to affect of a chance for Bailey to win the title here right now. I'm going to say that right now. I don't think it's worthy enough for a huge penalty. But as of right now, Hoop is going to win the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. It's another superb win and keeps his fight in the championship alive. Sanchez takes P2, but Alphanesis will come home in second as wrapped across the line, and I'm pretty sure I want Katra to confirm it. I believe that is Alfa Romeo Constructors.
You are correct. Hoop
there
just
it is.
Gains 25 points. Supply Raptor gains 12. Bailey gains 8.
There it is. Constructors champions for Alfa Romeo. They have been the dominance of this season in terms of teams-wise. Unbelievable. They take the Constructors title, but the Drivers title stays alive till Abu Dhabi. At the moment, we won't confirm the margin at the moment if Katra, unless Katra wants to, since Bailey could get that 5 seconds taken off, would put Bailey up into P5, and depending if there was a penalty for Hoop, but it's 5.2 seconds between Hoop and Alphanesis. But either way, what a race here in Saudi Arabia.
What a race indeed, and by the way, I don't think the stewards will give that hefty of a penalty. Sanchez, the driver of the day, but the stewards I don't think will give that. So this may be unchanged. Hoop brings it to Abu Dhabi. He wins the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. That is crucial for his champ. He needs to do that 2 more times.
If it was a penalty worthy, I think it would only be a 5 or a 3 in my opinion. So, yeah, that's it's Hoop a win. I can tell that right now. As man, it folks, it just I'm trying not to be biased, but I'm not going to be here for Imola, so I kind of don't want to give Katra the opportunity for a championship deciding race because I'm a very ego person. But Abu Dhabi, I tell you right now, it's going to be one hell of a race. By the way, Axe with the fastest lap of the race as well, so he gets that penalty extra point for his race. Sanchez, by the way, with a P3 after 3 pit stops. What a strategy that is. Raptor P4. I don't think he'll mind since Alfa Romeo are Constructors champions. As we'll wait the top 3 to join us, most likely just the top 2. As, wow, what a race that was. What a battle. And Hoop, the man on top here this one, keeping that championship alive, but it's going to be a bit of more of a story in Abu Dhabi when, especially if we get a full grid for Abu Dhabi, the crazes that race can deliver. My goodness. Wow. So, I'm going to hand it off here to Katra for podium interviews.
And that I do. We'll go to 3rd position, the Mercedes. Sanchez, 3 stops in the race from 9th on the grid. And by the way, that also being driver of the day as well. Congrats on the podium. Walk us through what happened through your race. It was chaotic indeed. Your audio isn't clear, by the way.
Yeah, it is. I had a terrible qualifying. I think it was really out of place for the pace I actually had. So I was stuck behind people most of the race. And that, I think, even at the end, that was really what actually let me get on the podium, because if I wasn't there, if I hadn't gotten the damage with Danny Rick as I was coming out of the pits, I wouldn't have taken the risk to pit for the softs, and then I wouldn't have the tire advantage. So yeah, the pace was really good there at the end. Barely cleared Raptor for the podium. So yeah, first podium.
Well, congratulations on that, because that's definitely one and many more to come. But, well, you have 2 chances to do that again this season, that being in Abu Dhabi and Imola for the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix the next 2 weeks. Do you think you have a shot to do something in the next 2 weeks?
Abu Dhabi, I have no idea. I haven't driven that probably months. But I think Imola is a good track, especially on race pace for me. So we'll see what happens. If we get a podium, that'll be good.
Well, we'll see, indeed, because that'll be great for you and for your championship hopes. Well, congratulations indeed for your P3 at the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix.
Yeah, thank you.
The P2 then, Alphanesis and the Ferrari. It could have been the win, and that contact on the final lap kind of stripped that away from you. Just walk us through that, the entire race to that incident, and even during that incident.
Yeah, man, these Jeddah last laps really got me going, man. Last time on realistic, I just gotta finish second every time, no? Anyways, yeah, it was just a light tap, left tap, going to turn 1 with Hoopalicious. I think I left enough space. It was kind of tricky to brake on the inside, being closely tied with the wall there. But yeah, I don't think I'm gonna report it though. Yeah, I think Hoopalicious had no intention of hitting me and taking me out of contention for the win, but yeah, so congrats to him, and it's not the end I intended to be, but yeah, I'm still glad I finished in the podium.
Well, a podium and a third straight, by the way. You won the last 2. Now you, well, in the third start, you'll get your third podium, that being second. But once again, like you said, heartbreak, especially I was there with Realistic at the line, just not meant to be. Well, you have 2 more rounds for Tier 1. Do you think you have something to go and show for, to go put it against the likes of Chandler, Hoopalicious, or maybe anyone else who wants to chart and climb to the challenge at, well, the next 2 rounds in Abu Dhabi and the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix?
Abu Dhabi's not one of my favorite tracks, to be honest. I had to put a little bit more of practice than I did in Jeddah. But yeah, it's possible to get a podium. I don't think a win would, but yeah, it's gonna be fun at Abu Dhabi. And if I'm correct, Imola is the last round.
Correct.
Yes. Yeah, I think Imola would be a better result than Abu Dhabi. So yeah, the podium chance for those 2 rounds, it's possible. The win, it might not be as easy as Australia or Mexico. So yeah, let's see what happens.
We'll see what happens indeed. So congratulations on you for your P2 here in the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. But over to Mitchie for first position.
Who P1, lap 1 round, and with the win, and the battle with Alphanesis was incredible, and getting the result just in the end. Talk us through that one.
Yeah, it was a very crazy race. I mean, lap 1 I did get taken out, but I made sure not to overreact, because I knew I had a pretty good pace. So yeah, with my wings, 7.7 wings, that's pretty low compared to what other people would use. So I was able to pass people very easily, and my battery would be very replenishable. And yeah, caught up to the pack with the DRS stuff, whatever. And the safety car came out, and then the battle with Alphanesis. I mean, whenever we battle with the Alphanesis, it's always going to be a good battle. I mean, we go back since I think a couple years since PPR. We were teammates, and yeah, it's pretty fun battling against him. And yeah, it was fun today. Unfortunate what happened on the last lap. I'm pretty sure I left the cars width on the inside, but we'll see. But it was a very fun race.
It is currently 39 points. That could change to 41 depending if Bailey wants to take 5 seconds off. Abu Dhabi week, how are your thoughts with Abu Dhabi?
Abu Dhabi, I love the track, so maybe a good result there.
Well, folks, be sure to tune
Also,
in
one more
for...
thing.
Oh, yes, go on, sorry.
I want to shout out Chandler, because he helped me after he retired. He engineered for me for the whole race, and yeah, thanks to him, I won this.
He won it for you, Chandler. 39 points. Again, it could change. Alfa Romeo Constructors Champions, tune in for Abu Dhabi. Honestly, for all the tiers, because Abu Dhabi can be an absolutely chaotic Grand Prix in league racing. Tune in for the Tier 1 Championship. See what goes down. But for now, it's a goodbye, and we'll see you in Abu Dhabi. Goodbye for now.